My name is Kala, and I work the graveyard shift as a systems analyst inside one of the most advanced smart hospitals in the region. The building runs almost entirely on artificial intelligence. From automated lighting to biometric scanners that track every movement across the empty wings, Dr. Aisha Rahman oversees the night medical staff. While Omar handles technical maintenance on the hospital's robotic and sensor-driven systems. After midnight, the emergency traffic slows and the hospital transforms into a sterile, blue-lit labyrinth controlled almost entirely by silent machines. Have you ever wondered what happens inside a building that never truly sleeps, even when almost everyone inside does? Tonight began like any other, with Dr. Aisha reviewing patient charts and Omar checking diagnostics for the automated smart beds. I monitored the central dashboard, a massive digital interface that displays vitals, motion detection alerts, and room occupancy in real time. Everything looked stable until Wing C, a temporarily decommissioned surgical ward, triggered a patient vital sign alert unexpectedly. The alert showed heart rate activity in room 312. Despite that entire section being cleared and sealed weeks earlier, Dr. Aisha calmly asked me to double-check the system, assuming a routine sensor, miscalibration, or temporary data lag. I accessed the smart bed diagnostics for room 312 and confirmed something impossible according to official occupancy records. The bed registered a precise weight of 72 kilograms, along with subtle pressure adjustments consistent with human breathing patterns. Omar joined me in the control room, bringing up additional sensor logs to verify whether the hardware itself had malfunctioned. Every internal system check returned green, confirming the sensors were functioning within perfect operational parameters. Dr. Aisha insisted we physically inspect the room together, prioritizing safety and accuracy over digital assumptions. We walked down the silent corridor, where motion-activated lights illuminated one section at a time as we approached. When we unlocked room 312, the bed was empty, perfectly made, and untouched by any visible disturbance whatsoever. Yet the monitoring tablet mounted on the wall continued displaying active respiratory rhythm and steady pulse readings. Omar recalibrated the bed sensor directly, watching as the digital weight reading flickered, but never dropped to zero. I felt a chill unrelated to temperature. Because the HVAC system confirmed the room climate remained stable and controlled. Dr. Aisha placed her hand firmly against the mattress, pressing downward to test resistance and physical stability. The monitor reacted instantly, adjusting heart rate values as if responding to contact with an actual human body. None of us spoke for several seconds, because logic demanded one explanation while the evidence suggested another entirely. Eventually, Dr. Aisha ordered us back to the control room, documenting the anomaly as an unresolved technical event. But as we exited, the hallway lights flickered briefly behind us, triggered by movement sensors detecting something following closely. We turned together, expecting to see a staff member or patient wandering mistakenly into the sealed wing area. The corridor remained empty, yet the system log recorded continuous movement pacing directly behind our retreating path. Could advanced sensors be detecting residual biological energy, or were we witnessing something beyond technical failure? Omar quietly admitted he had never seen smart beds register weight without a physical occupant before tonight. That was the moment we realized this shift would not follow predictable digital logic anymore. Around 2 a.m, the elevator control system began receiving repeated calls from surgical floor 5. That floor had been closed for renovations, locked and restricted from both staff and patients for over 3 months. The AI dispatch panel showed the elevator traveling upward repeatedly, stopping precisely at the abandoned surgical entrance. Dr. Aisha instructed Omar to accompany me to the elevator shaft for a direct inspection of mechanical systems. We entered the elevator together, watching as it automatically selected floor 5 without manual input from any of us. Omar attempted to override the destination, but the control panel refused the command, citing active internal authorization. The elevator doors opened slowly onto a dim corridor lit only by emergency standby lights along the floor. No staff stood waiting, and no patient alarms echoed from any room beyond the closed surgical theater doors. Suddenly, the LiDAR occupancy scanner above the elevator displayed a human-shaped outline stepping inside behind us. I felt the space shift subtly, as if someone had entered and taken position directly between Omar and me. Dr. Aisha's voice crackled through my radio, asking why the elevator weight sensor now registered for occupants instead of 3. Omar stared at the empty space between us, whispering that the sensor was detecting something with measurable mass. The doors attempted to close, then reopened, as if delayed by an unseen passenger stepping forward carefully. The system selected ground floor automatically again, descending without either of us touching the interface. The ride downward felt longer than usual, accompanied by faint static sounds through the speaker system overhead. When the doors opened at ground floor, the LiDAR outline remained visible for several seconds before fading abruptly. The elevator weight reading returned to normal the instant the invisible presence seemed to exit into the hallway. Omar immediately disabled remote access to floor 5. Though none of us believed software restrictions would matter much now, Dr. Aisha suggested we remain calm, but her steady tone could not completely hide her rising concern. Could the hospital's AI be responding to archived movement patterns from someone who once occupied that surgical floor? Just before 4 in the morning, the entire smart wing experienced a sudden and complete systems blackout. All interactive screens, biometric scanners, and automated medication dispensers powered down simultaneously without warning. Only the emergency blue corridor lights remained active, casting long shadows across otherwise silent medical equipment. My dashboard flickered back online briefly, displaying a single name across every patient room interface in the wing. The name belonged to a patient who had passed away in this hospital over a decade earlier. Dr. Aisha recognized it immediately, recalling the case from her residency years before becoming senior physician. Every digital door panel in the wing displayed the same name in identical white text against darkened screens. Omar attempted a manual reboot of the central server, but the system rejected authentication credentials entirely. Footsteps echoed down the corridor, though no living staff members were visible beyond our small group. The motion sensors activated sequentially, lighting the hallway one segment at a time toward us deliberately. It felt less like malfunction and more like a guided approach by something aware of our exact location. Dr. Aisha instructed us to remain together and move toward the main lobby, where backup generators operated independently. As we walked, room doors along the hallway unlocked one by one, without manual override authorization. Inside each room, smart beds displayed fluctuating weight readings, rising and falling as though occupied by breathing forms. Omar whispered that the server logs were auto-generating patient charts without manual entry from any human user. The final corridor light illuminated just as we reached the lobby, and suddenly every screen shut off again. Silence returned completely, broken only by our steady breathing and the distant hum of emergency power systems. Within seconds, full functionality restored automatically as if nothing unusual had ever occurred inside the wing. All patient room panels cleared, and the deceased patient's name vanished from every digital interface simultaneously. We stood there in stunned quiet, knowing we had witnessed something far beyond routine technical failure. By sunrise, hospital administrators reviewed our reports, labeling the events as unexplained system anomalies pending investigation. Yet none of us could ignore how coordinated and intentional those anomalies appeared throughout the night. Dr. Aisha admitted privately that technology sometimes reveals patterns humans are not prepared to interpret. Omar insisted that no hardware fault could synchronize across that many independent systems simultaneously. I continue monitoring those same dashboards each night, though I now watch them with heightened awareness. If smart hospitals become so advanced that they inadvertently archive more than just medical data and analytics, could buildings designed to preserve life also preserve something intangible, connected to those who passed within their walls? True Terror Files Official exists to explore these documented encounters with professionalism and thoughtful analysis. Our mission is not to create fear, but to examine experiences that challenge our understanding of modern environments. If you appreciate realistic, immersive storytelling grounded in real workplace accounts, this channel was built for you. Subscribe now to True Terror Files Official and become part of a community that values intelligent exploration of the unknown. Turn on notifications so you never miss future investigations into real night shift encounters across different industries. Like this video if you believe technology sometimes reveals more than it intends to show us. Share your own hospital or night shift experiences in the comments to help others feel understood. Your story might be the next one we carefully examine and present professionally on this channel. Fear inside automated environments often begins with a single, unexplained alert on a silent screen. And sometimes that alert is not a glitch, but a reminder that data may outlive the human body. Dr. Aisha still leads the night shift with unwavering professionalism, clinical focus every evening. Omar continues maintaining the robotic systems, though he never ignores irregular readings without investigation. And I remain at my console, watching the blue-lit corridors through digital eyes that never fully blink. The hospital appears sterile and predictable during daylight hours, filled with human presence and constant motion. But after midnight, when machines dominate the silence, something else may be listening alongside them. The question is not whether the system detected something, but whether we are ready to accept it. Because in places built to monitor every heartbeat, even the absence of one can leave a lasting imprint. Thank you for watching True Terror Files Official and supporting professional, responsible, true horror storytelling. Your attention allows us to continue documenting these powerful real-world night shift experiences worldwide. Stay aware in high-tech environments, especially when automated systems begin behaving with unexplained intention. Sometimes the most advanced buildings are also the most complicated places to truly understand. This is Kala, reporting from the midnight shift inside a hospital that never completely forgets. And I will never ignore another unexplained alert on a silent screen again.